Right, we have got some fun news today.
Right, story time with Liam Bedford. Here we go again. In May 2019, I posted a video on my channel some of you may have seen. This was all about my attempt to go see Tyler the Creator's pop-up gig in Peckham, London. Spoiler alert, that went horrendously. It got shut down for everyone being too rowdy. However, today I have a similar story, but my god, is it much better than last time. This story is about Stormzy. Oh my god, this Big Mikey. AKA Big Michael, AKA Wicked Skengman, AKA The Problem, AKA a lot of names to be fair. This man is literally my favourite artist currently, and has been for a few years now. I started listening to him almost 6 years ago now, with his first Wicked Skengman, and since then he has just grown and grown to unbelievable heights no one thought a grime artist could reach. Headlining Glastonbury last year with such an unbelievable performance, number ones flying round left, right and centre, diss tracks making it into the charts. Literally at the time of this video going out, the only artist with a number one song this decade is him. I mean, albeit it's only been 3 weeks, but still, fun stat, hey? On top of this, I work at a mental health company called Sanctus and have such a passion for changing the perception of mental health and trying to make it cool. Dreaming of a world where everyone can open up and talk about their feelings. And this man has been so honest and raw so many times over the last few years, and although self-proclaimed not the poster boy for mental health, him speaking would have helped possibly thousands of people, and for that, he's a role model of mine. On Friday the 17th of January, I was having a conversation with a work colleague about vision boards. I had a discussion with my coach weeks before this as well. The idea that if you put up a picture or write down something and look at it every day, it's more likely to happen. Well, funny enough, I put a picture of Stormzy in front of me at work and said, I'll meet him and I'll have a chat about mental health with him. Anyway, back to the story. Sunday, I woke up to this notification. Thank you, free pop-up show, Sunday the 19th of January, location announced at 4 PM. I got flashbacks from the carnage of the Tyler event, but knew that I still had to go, as I was not going to miss this opportunity to see Stormzy live for free. So I took a gamble and headed to London Bridge for 4 PM. Knowing that I had good access for getting to most places in London quickly.
I've literally got a photo of the geezer on my wall in front of me at work, which is sick. I'm gonna go find him. I couldn't find my Stormzy hat. I'm really upset. 4 o'clock he said be there. No he didn't. 4 o'clock he said he'll announce it. 4:30 the doors, we have no idea where we're going. Let's find out, shall we? Come follow us.
4 PM hits, and I'm refreshing like mad, trying to find out where to head. And then, at precisely 3 minutes past 4, there was the post. Free pop-up show at Box Park Croydon. Doors open at 4:30, and then ensued the carnage. Running through London Bridge Station and jumping on that first train to Croydon. And then I obviously had to let him know that was coming. Arriving at Croydon at just around 20 past, I was nervous to see how busy it had already got. Incredibly, I'd arrived as probably one of the first 200 people. Not bad considering I live in East London. After thorough searches, I had made it into Box Park. This was already further than I thought I was going to get. But then as I walked in, I realised I was able to stand directly at the front. I was absolutely buzzing. And I got to watch the rest of the footy too. Nice one. This next part of the story isn't exactly insane, but I tweeted, crikey, about to see Big Mikey. Thinking I was clever and funny for all of my 100 Twitter followers to see. Next thing you know, my phone is going mental in my pocket, and it was all because Stormzy had retweeted me. Everyone's liking my tweet and I couldn't keep up. Obviously I tried to use this as a chance to plug my channel, which didn't really work, but hey, if you're new around here, check out my other videos and hit that subscribe button. It really would mean a lot to me. So 300,000 impressions and 500 odd likes later, I was so ready for this gig. I'd never seen Stormzy live yet and I really wanted to, just to fanboy as much as I could directly at the front. And then, at 7 PM, it all began. Big Michael arrives to the tune of Big Michael. Imagine how cool you must feel to do this.
Big Michael. I cried him.
After telling a few people to suck their mum, he was off and running.
Energy crew.
Performing Wiley Flow live for the first time ever with all of his boys on stage, and then rolling straight into his second Wiley diss track, Still Disappointed.
Oi, Wiley, man, I'm still disappointed.
Reloading it a whole 4 times as he couldn't stop laughing when the crowd shouted whore back to him.
Nothing
All on the godfather of grime's birthday, the savagery. This track went absolutely bonkers, even on the 4th time. I'm glad I had listened to the tune 6 million times in the last week now. He thanked the crowd for coming, and the reason he was putting on this free show.
I cried and I love you guys, man. So a little bit of context, I wanted to just put on a free show for my peoples, for my hometown. Yeah. And to be fair, like we announced this at 4 p.m. and the doors open at 4:30 p.m. So really and truly, it was a show for my hometown because I wanted everybody from Croydon to get here first.
He played some older tracks as well as heavy in the head songs, and also played one take freestyle due to, and I quote, recent events. Very nice. The performance, energy levels and overall production, considering it being a free pop-up gig, was brilliant, but I don't think I expected anything less. Then there we were, at the end of the gig, but Stormzy stayed around at the front of the stage speaking and hugging fans who were flooding around him. I thought about how I said I wanted to speak and meet Stormzy a couple of days ago, and this was such a brilliant chance, so I thought, F it, and went for it. There he was, up close, 1 foot away. There was my chance. I flipped my camera around and said, Stormzy, you're an inspiration. I then tried to speak about mental health. I said subscribe to Liam Bedford. He was shouting love to the camera, absolute bliss, incredible content. And then he says something to me that I didn't think he would say. Bro, you're not recording. Lol. Glad Big Mike can YouTube better than I can. I keep saying it, and there's a reason I say it. I'm shit at YouTube. We were literally shouting to a camera ready to hit record. I cannot believe it. So I quickly hit record for the 2nd time. He poses for a bit, but I had already had 20 seconds of his time.
I won't never sell my soul, and I can take that.
But what an absolute legend for giving me the time of day to try and speak to him, and even more of a legend for telling me that I wasn't recording. Honestly, how stupid is that? Therefore, quickly, I just want to say again, Stormzy, you are truly an inspiration for so many people, including myself. You seem so humble and grounded with the people around you, and I salute you for that. Keep doing what you're doing. You've already proved the sky's the limit, and you can achieve anything and everything. If you ever happen to be watching this, which, let's be honest, is unlikely, but if you are, one day I would love to have a proper chat with you about so many things, about mental health, about your growth, about your music, literally everything. Hero. After all of this, I left on such a high. All of this happened spontaneously, and I still am overwhelmed by it all. Now, here I am, back in my office, and putting that picture of us two on top of the image I put up there on Friday. Weird how this world works sometimes, isn't it?
Absolutely unreal to go to one of these private gigs and actually get in for once, unlike last time, and for it to actually even happen. That was probably, I mean, it was definitely the highlight of my decade this year, this decade, but that's not too hard, but literally one of the best nights I've had, thanks to Soph for filming all of this. It's just been a legend. That was crazy. Stormzy, Big Michael, you're a legend. I'm going to probably post some more videos soon. This is very different to any other video, but I hope people enjoyed this little story. Shout out Big Michael. Subscribe to Liam Bedford. Love you all. Woo!
I'm looking up to the sky, running through burning lights, chasing the morning light, fleeing control and die. Da 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 da, on top of the world.